Welcome. Have you ever noticed how sometimes the absence of strong feeling can be more unsettling than distress itself? Experience may seem flattened or distant, as though the usual colors have faded and sounds arrive slightly muffled without any clear reason why. You may continue moving through the day in much the same way as before, speaking when needed, completing familiar tasks, responding to the ordinary demands of life. From the outside, very little appears to have changed. Yet inwardly, there can be a sense of watching events from a slight distance, as though participation has softened into observation. Many people describe this as a feeling of being present without quite being involved. Conversations unfold, decisions are made, time passes, yet something essential seems to hover just beyond reach. Have you ever noticed moments when life continues around you, while your own responses feel delayed or dimmed? There can be a quiet uncertainty in this state. Part of the mind may search for a cause, while another part wonders whether the change is temporary or something more lasting. Attempts to stir feeling through effort or distraction often produce little result, as though the emotional system has shifted into a lower register that does not respond to urgency. In some spiritual and contemplative traditions, there is sometimes an understanding that systems protect themselves by narrowing when they have carried more than they can comfortably hold. Rather than shutting down entirely, they reduce intensity, allowing only a smaller range of sensation to pass through. This can feel unfamiliar, yet it is not necessarily harmful in itself, more like a dimming of lights when the day has been long. Time can also seem altered. Days may blend together without clear landmarks, and memories from this period can appear indistinct, as though recorded through a soft filter. Activities that once held interest may feel neutral, neither appealing nor aversive, simply present. At the same time, small sensory details often remain accessible. The warmth of sunlight on a wall, the weight of a cup in your hands, the steady rhythm of your breathing. Simple experiences that do not demand strong emotional engagement. These quiet anchors can give a sense of continuity even when larger feelings seem absent. Nature offers gentle parallels. In winter, many landscapes appear stripped back and colorless, yet beneath the surface, processes continue quietly. Growth has not stopped. It has changed form. Nothing about the bare branches suggests urgency or failure. They stand as they are until conditions shift on their own. Human inner life can move in similar ways, passing through periods of intensity followed by periods of quiet consolidation. When energy has been extended for a long time, a phase of reduced responsiveness may follow, not as a deliberate choice, but as a natural adjustment. Occasionally, small moments of reconnection appear without warning. A piece of music may suddenly feel more vivid, or a brief wave of warmth towards someone may arise and fade again before it fully settles. These moments can be so delicate that they are easily overlooked, yet they hint that sensitivity has not disappeared entirely. It is not always clear what allows such shifts to occur. Sometimes they seem linked to rest, or to safety, or to time itself. At other times, they arrive unpredictably, like a change in weather that no forecast anticipated. Inner life rarely moves in straight lines. Different people describe this state in different ways. Some speak of emptiness, others of distance, stillness, or quiet. The language varies, yet the underlying experience is widely shared. Many pass through similar periods at some point, often without discussing them openly. Buddhist thought frequently emphasizes impermanence as a simple observation rather than a doctrine. States arise, persist for a time, and eventually give way to others. While a particular experience may feel static from within, it remains part of a larger movement that continues whether or not it is noticed. If numbness has been present for a while, imagining a different state can feel difficult. Memory of emotional color may seem remote, like recalling a season from long ago. Yet shifts often occur gradually, in increments too small to register until they accumulate. For now, this experience can be regarded simply as part of the current landscape of being alive, not a definition of who you are, and not necessarily a permanent condition, but one configuration among many that human systems can take. Continuing to move through daily life, even in a reduced or mechanical way, reflects a quiet persistence, responding when required, maintaining connections, however loosely, allowing time to unfold. These actions form a thread of continuity that does not depend on strong feeling to exist. Distance itself can change subtly. Without clear turning points, something may soften, or depth may return in small degrees. Often this becomes apparent only in hindsight, when a moment arrives that feels slightly more vivid than the ones before it. Until then, it may be enough simply to remain present in whatever way presence is currently available. Breathing continues, the body occupies space, the world moves around you, and you remain part of that movement, even if engagement feels muted. Sometimes people find that very gentle contact with the physical world can bring small points of orientation when everything feels distant, not as a method to force change, but simply as a way of noticing that the body is still here and the environment still exists around it. The feeling of air on the skin, the pressure of the ground beneath the feet, or the quiet presence of surrounding sounds can offer subtle reminders of being part of a larger field of experience. At other times, slow movement outdoors, listening to music, or looking at something visually absorbing can gradually draw attention outward again. These shifts tend to be modest and unforced, more like a gradual reawakening than a sudden return. Perhaps this moment can be allowed to unfold without pressure for resolution, like sitting beside a quiet landscape that does not require interpretation. Nothing needs to be forced closer or pushed away. Experience can be held gently, without commentary, as though it were weather passing across a wide sky. In time, the sky changes, not because it was commanded to, but because change is what skies do. For now, simply being here is enough. If this video resonated with you, please return whenever you need. And if you'd like to support this space, liking or subscribing helps these videos reach others who might need it too. Thank you for being here, and take care of yourself.